This is a quick how-to for the chronology assignments and other organized two-part lists. This is what the assignment chronology will look like. Notice it has two parallel columns, one narrow one for the dates and a wider one for the listed events. Chronology is the speediest way of organizing and fact-checking historical material. By organizing everything into date order, earliest date first, latest date last, chronologies let you see at once what happened first and if there is any confusion or duplication in the material. To do that, you need to have the right kind of columns. Otherwise, reorganizing will be a time-consuming nightmare. With the right kind of columns, it is easy. The trick is to set up your document correctly before you start typing. So, let's see how to do this. Here is how it looks in MS Word when you open a new document. Along the top is the ribbon or overhead menu. The top line shows the various tabs which contain a different set of menus each, and we are currently on the Home tab. The middle section shows the menus indicated with icons. And the bottom line shows the sections which group the menus by function. For example, you can see on the font section a lot of menus that modify the appearance of the typed letters. Now we need to set up the document. Notice it has no ruler, which looks like a tape measure across the top of the paper and down the left margin. Without this, you cannot control your columns, so we'll start by making it visible. Find the View tab and click on it to open a new set of menus. Now find the Show section and click on its down arrow. Notice the checkboxes are all unchecked. Check the top one marked Ruler, and now the ruler shows. We are only interested in the one along the top. We'll use it to set the tab stops, also called tab markers. When you need to type in columns, these control where the columns start. First, look to the left to find the tab stop indicator. Notice it shows a miniature capital L because I am using a PC. On a Mac, this would be a bent arrow with its head pointing to the right. This is the usual kind of tab stop, a left tab, and the one we want here. Now click on the bottom edge of the ruler at about 1.5 inches to put a tab marker there. Notice an L has appeared at that spot on the ruler. We need another one 1/4 inch further right, so click again at the 1 3/4 point to put it there. Good. Now we can format our document correctly. We need one more tab marker. This is usually a good one for all documents, amazingly useful when you least expect it. This one will be a right tab, and we'll put it exactly at the right margin. To do that, go back to the tab stop indicator and click on it once, twice, to come to the reversed L or reversed bent arrow on a Mac. Now click on the cursor somewhere near the right margin on the bottom edge as before. Then click on your new marker and drag it to the right margin. You cannot click successfully on the right margin, that's why we have to drag it. Okay, that has set the tab stops. Now we need to set up the wrap for the events column. The wrap is for when a line of text becomes too long for its column width. Instead of fudging with hard line ends and the spacebar, with the wrap in place, you just keep on typing and the line will continue where you want it. So to put it where you want it, type Ctrl+T at the same time and watch the left margin marker skip to the first left tab. But we don't want it there. We want it at the next tab, so repeat Ctrl or Command+T and watch it go there. If there were more tabs on the ruler, you could go on repeating until the wrap comes to where you want it. Now you're ready to work. Start with the assignment info. With a list assignment like this, you will want the info in a continuing line across the top to save vertical space. We want it in bold and with a continuous underline to separate it clearly from the rest of the assignment. So first, Ctrl or Command+B to turn on bold. Then type in the course designation, which will be something like LBST 101 or 102, or Art 125, or whatever course you're taking. Type in the module number and the assignment number. And the word chronology. And then, since you will be compiling it from the textbook, type in the chapter number and the title as well. The title needs to go into italics, so Ctrl or Command+I to turn on italics, and we'll say the title is Ancient Greece. Ctrl or Command+I to turn italics off again. Tab once to go to the right margin. And type in your name. Ctrl or Command+B to turn bold off. And then move down 2 lines using the Enter or Return key. Now we're going to put in the continuous underline. Use the up arrow key to move back to the beginning of the document. And in the overhead menu, find the Home tab and click on it. And now we are going to look in the paragraph section and find the box icon. Click on its down arrow and choose the top option, which is bottom border, and it puts a nice underline the whole way across the page. Now use the down arrow key to move down 2 lines again, and we're ready to put in the titles of the columns. Ctrl or Command+B to turn on bold, and type the word dates. Tab once to go to the first column and type the word events. Ctrl or Command+B to turn the bold off again, and down 2 more lines using the Enter or Return key. Now we're going to enter some information. So let's see, by circa 800 BCE, tab once. This is going to be a long line, so watch how it works. Geometric period named for prevalence of abstract motifs. Same time, Greeks revived human figs in art, first in pottery, then in small bronzes. There, did you see what happened? Without having to break into the typing at all, the text automatically wrapped just a little further to the right than the line started. Let's do another one. 800 to 701 BCE. Tab once, Florowit, Homer. Open parens, Control or Command plus I for italics. Iliad, Control or Command plus I to turn italics off again. And Control or Command plus I to turn italics on again. Odyssey. Control or Command plus I to turn italics off again. -2 epic poems. Close parens. Another one. Circa 700 BCE. Tab once. Greeks adopted Phoenician alphabet. One more. Circa 650 BCE. First Greek settlement in Egypt coincides with first life-sized stone statues, very reminiscent of Egyptian cult stats. And one more. Circa 675 BCE. Kithera. Open parens, 7-string lyre, close parens, and aulos, open parens, oboe-like instrument for accompanying singers. And there we are. Now look how easy it is to see where each event starts and ends, because the long lines wrap slightly further to the right, which is a boon if you are using the list when in a hurry. Finally, we'll see how easy it is to amend the document when it is set up this way. Notice the last event is out of order. I typed it in the wrong place by mistake. It needs to be above the 650 date and below the 700 date. Now, because this layout locks the events with their dates, all we have to do is highlight the offending set. And then Control or Command plus X to copy and cut. Move to where we want it. Control or Command plus V to paste, and we're done. Now you can focus on the assignment itself instead of fighting the system. And if you should happen to make a mistake, you can easily correct it. Have fun.